3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Forex Trading Show. Forex trading live every weekday morning. Real trades, real profits, zero analysis. Set back, relax, and get ready to profit. And now, your host, Terry from FXWithTerry.com.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thursday, February 13th. We are 4 deep in this free signal that I sent out yesterday. However, you can see it's minutes away from taking profit. Maybe seconds. Let's take a look at the chart here. Yeah, I'm just kind of looking at it here for the first time, so I better zoom in just a little bit. Yeah, it looks like it has to drop. Not very much. Can't see it unless here it is. So we've had a little bit of a wick down there at the bottom to about right there. There's our TP. So this is going to be a great trade. Obviously, the market has really dumped since yesterday. We had a $3,000 drawdown, but that dump has now closed. So we will look at the overall. There's nothing closed as far as the free signal overnight because obviously those 4 trades are in play. And if you wonder, let's look here. So for the week, $4,610. You're welcome. All of those were free. Free money, free signals. I hope you guys are taking these trades. So overnight, 4, we jumped into 1 and then we had a huge market push. But if you, obviously you could jump into this right now because it still hasn't taken profit. So that's the cool thing about my system. It's very scalable. I say that a lot, but people, I have to say that because people come in and they say, well, show me your MyFX book results. And I'm like, well, for what account size? What leverage? How many trades? 2 trades? 7 trades? 20 trades? 1 pair? 3 pairs? 7 pairs? High bid? Low bid? You know what I mean? So it's all scalable. All of these 4 trades, and I'm going to have to start saying this a little bit more because I know I've switched the system and the business around quite a bit. When you come into the system now, you get access to this free signal account, MetaTrader 4, Investor Password. You get access to this for the first 14 days. After that, it goes away. Reason being is, if you haven't figured out that my system is the best on the face of the earth in 14 days, then there's probably nothing else that's going to convince you, right? You still, after the 14 days, you don't have access to the automation, the account, the automation, but we do have access to is the free signal inside of the group. So let me share that with you. We look at that once in a while, and I will look at it again here just for a few seconds. So it is this screen, and I'm inside the Discord group, upper left hand corner menu, trade signals free. You can't miss it. Trade signals free. So if you can keep up with the trade, you can see every modification made on that Euro AUD overnight was posted here. In fact, it's posted automatically. So when it happens, it's posted. And then you basically get to see where we're at here. And so if that makes sense, let me reiterate. So you come into the business, you come into the opportunity, you get the MetaTrader 4 access for 14 days. After 14 days, you don't have MetaTrader 4 access anymore. You don't have the auto copy. You can actually auto copy my free signal directly to your account in the first 14 days. I'll let you do that. However, after that, what you get is you simply have to follow along with the Discord group and these different posts here and keep up with the trade yourself. So it can be done. Basically, I'm showing you how easy it can be. And then if you just are like, I'm not interested in the ease of automation and the auto copy, in the auto trade management for the first 14 days. And I'm like, all right, if you're not interested in it at that point, there's no sense in sending out the free signals and resources and trade copy and all that stuff. What you get after the 14 days, if you're not subscribing, is you get access to the trade signals free section inside of Discord. And so, yeah, pretty straightforward. Let me come back to where we need to be, and we'll go look at the overall algorithm here. Some really odd movement this week where we got dumped into about $3,000 worth of drawdown yesterday. Let's go check out. Let's check out the full algorithm. Remember, we were $3,000 drawdown yesterday. So that means there was a huge dump into the market. Look at it today. $300 drawdown. And we're right in a great position. It's just so interesting. Like, I want you to understand that what you're seeing is not what my algorithm is doing to the market. It's what the market is doing. And my algorithm gives you a sense of that. So looking at the drawdown for the day, if you look at closures for the day, $347.21. Really nice. Really nice. Nothing but net profit. That's the overall system. So you could take any one of these trades. You can automate all of them. You can automate a subset of them. We've got it all figured out. But when you subscribe, we can figure out the best, what I call a feed. I'm going to feed trades directly to your account. We'll figure out what feed or amount of trades is best for your account. It's fully scalable, 100% scalable. So we had a little bit of an anomaly. See, I believe it was AUD CAD. One of the trades didn't get placed. I fixed that this morning. So we've got two trades. If you look at the overall algorithm here, there are two open AUD CADs. And that was not the case. Stand by. Right here. That was not the case just before I went live. This second trade didn't get placed. So I forced it through the system. That happens. You know, why does it happen? It's because there was a lot of volume last night and trades opening and closing. And when things are happening that fast and that much, something could get skipped here and there. But typically we catch it. That's what's cool about the system, is we are not price sensitive as far as the entry. We're just direction sensitive, buy or sell. And the deciding factor is the take profit. So yeah, pretty straightforward. I had said that I would add some pairs. I don't want to get greedy and overtrade, but I said I would add some, I shouldn't say pairs, but trades to one of our custom feeds called the One Profitable Pair feed. So I may do that just because we've been in that, I believe with AUD CAD, we've been in it for a while. If you look at the original here, we've been in it since February 5th. It's the 13th today. But that happens, right? It's the luck of the draw. That's why that's also that feed that I have called the One Profitable Pair feed. That's why it's also considered a conservative feed. It's not going to, it just kind of goes relatively slow. What is the ultimate way to trade my system? It is at what's called the Portfolio Manager member level, where you're trading 22 currency pairs diversified with my algorithm across 8 different accounts. And I have at least 10 solid algorithms. I've probably got about 12 right now. 12 solid algorithms that you could diversify across anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000, $1,000 plus account. So if you wanted to have 8 $1,000 accounts, that's the base level portfolio manager. And then right now I could scale to 10 to 12 accounts. And so 8 of those would have my main algorithm diversified across 22 currency pairs. And then I have very unique, very successful algorithms like our gold scalper algorithm. And I have one called a stable profits feed. I have another one called True AI. That's the name that I'm giving it. Probably a trademark infringement there if I go too far with that, because I've seen that there's some true some true AI out there, but we'll figure out a name for it because it actually is an AI system. It's fully it's learning, machine learning, Chat GPT version 4, Model 4. It's using to historically analyze pairs based off of what it's currently doing, and then looking back in history when it's done that before, because these patterns and systems repeat inside of Forex. They're random, but they repeat. They just repeat randomly. So yeah, pretty impressed with what's going on with the market there. This EUR AUD, that's a great trade. Let's go look at this on the chart. So we're in a bunch of sell trades, TPs right here. That's not a lot different than what we were just looking at. What was that other pair that we were looking at that's doing exactly this? Was it AUD, CAD? Probably not. But that's a great trade. Maybe. So here's what I don't want to do. So I need to look at this on another mobile device here. So give me a second. So let me pull up an account and then I'll explain to you what I don't want to be doing. So yeah, so right now our one profitable pair feed is trading AUD CAD. I'd like to add another trade to that feed. However, you have to be careful here, and it's not good to cross pair trade. So we're in AUD and CAD, so two pairs, one currency pair cross, but AUD CAD. So I really don't want to, I like this Euro AUD trade, but I don't want to do AUD AUD, right? So although that's okay, it can become a problem when one of those, if you're trained in AUD, 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 and then AUD runs away, and you're in all of those pairs. So so we've got only one trade of Euro USD, NZD USD, nothing else really that I would want to jump into, but I also, it's the same here, CAD Chief. You could jump into that on the one profitable pair feed, but we're already in a CAD trade. We're in, AUD, CAD. So not the smartest thing to do. AUD, NZD doesn't seem to be going anywhere yet, and we're already in AUD, CAD. So we have to be a little bit patient. I don't want to overtrade to overtrade to overtrade. If you feel like in this market that you're stuck in one currency pair, you can look at the overall algorithm like this, and you can jump into one of these trades in manual. Like, for example, I can't imagine that EUR AUD is going to pull all the way back. That doesn't mean it can't, but I can't imagine it's going to pull all the way back and go back into drawdown. So EUR AUD sell trade is something you could absolutely do. Excuse me. Enter it manually. Take profit 1.65536. So yeah, pretty straightforward. So we've already looked at the free signal, talked about some of the other individual feeds. We're looking at the overall system here, looking really good. So I'm going to pause. Let's go to our test hedging practice test account and take a look at what's going on. I have not messed with it. Here's what's interesting. Look at this. So I placed this trade yesterday, and kind of indicative of what the market's doing. I placed a buy trade, random buy trade on NZD USD, and it has done absolutely nothing. Very indicative of what's been going on lately. If you look at this on the chart, let's see, let's go to like the 30-minute. Yeah, it's just basically going nowhere. It's interesting because we did a buy trade right here, and then we had all of this price action go against us. But do you see how not staring at it? Like, I could have, and I probably should have, but I'm more so doing this every morning for practice instead of trying to manage it outside of the live session here. I could have added a buy here and a buy down here and already closed out of this trade in profit because it's moved back. So that's how you would have really done that. But by the fact that I'm not staring at it, I didn't, I wasn't emotional about this dip right here. And now we're back basically at our entry area. So we'll see where it goes from there. We'll see where it goes. I don't know if I set, yeah, I did set a take profit. Let's go back to that. I don't see it on the screen. That's because it's up higher than it should be here. I'll go to the day. Yeah, there it is. So there's our entry, there's our take profit, and we're just sitting there. So it's an interesting, here's what you learn about doing this. So obviously part of this is learning to place a trade. Part of this is learning to manage your margin level percent using hedge trades, using equal and opposite, okay? But part of this is also going, okay, based off of what I see this thing doing, because we randomly entered, I didn't, but I could have scaled in. If you look at like 30 minute chart, I could have scaled in on this dip, and I could have bought several times down here, and obviously we'd be very much in profit right now. We would that first trade we went into would not be in profit, but it looks like it's about break even. Yeah, it's like a break even, so we'd be out at a massive profit here. But I didn't do that. However, imagine the amount of intuition that you get from looking at this and watching this and managing this. And also, what's the best way to put this? Like, if we just let it play out, we're not emotional about it. We never felt this emotion down here at all when the market dipped on us. So, you'll notice when you trade live money, that real money, that you're more emotional about it, so you stare at it more. Like this demo account, I'm not looking at it but once every morning when we go live. So it's actually going to feel more successful because I'm not hovering over it. I'm not stressing about it. So nothing really going on there, nothing to do. So we just wait. But in doing this manual account practice and hedging, you will earn and gain so much intuition about the market. You should be following along with this. And listen, if you caught this and you were looking at it while it pulled back down here, you could, and you're following along, you could add another trade if you wanted to. All I'm doing, if you think about this, let me walk you through just the general linear process, is I'm entering a random trade. We did a random trade here, absolutely random. No analysis. We opened up the chart, placed the buy order. All you're doing is either adding to it when it goes against you, because you know it's going to get a pullback. Look what it did. It did a huge pullback last night. Did a huge pullback from down here. Okay. All you have to do is randomly enter and scale in a few trades, and then here's what happens. So you scale in another buy, you scale in another buy, and let's just say it continues to push against you. And now your metric that you look at is this. Margin level percent. We're at 5,300 right now. That thing starts getting down at 2,500, 2,000, 1,800 margin level percent. And that trade has pushed really, really far against you. You've scaled in some buy trades, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna have to place a hedge. That's where you're trying to get to. That is the full circle of life in Forex. Placing the trade, scaling into a trade, realizing that the market's going to push a lot farther against you than you expected, so now you hedge into the trade. You scale in a hedge. As the hedges go positive, they've protected your account, because you don't have enough money to add any more buy trades, okay, as it goes against you. But you do have enough money in margin to do hedge trades that go positive, positive, positive. And then as the price comes back around, takes out this hedge at break even, takes out this hedge at break even, takes out this hedge at break even, pushes up, and you profit on the original direction of the trade. Like, that's literally everything. That's everything you could ever need to know. Everything you could ever need to know. And you can do it all right here in the mobile app. One of the massive advantages is my automated system placing the trade for you, managing the trade, placing the take profit, updating the take profit, hitting the take profit, closing the trade out. So, that's the power of this system beyond, the obvious constant pumping out a net profit type of thing. So, the only other thing to look at is probably the gold trading account. I have not looked at that. Let's take a look. We are in no gold trades right now. And see, like this thing just smokes along. So we're in no trades right now. Overnight it closed $10.97 worth. And again, that's scalable. So you didn't just make $10 or $11 from my gold system. You made $10.97, which this thing is programmed to create on a daily basis. Make $10, stop. Make $10, stop. And then on your end, as you copy my feed, copy my trades, you can scale them up. Gold hits your account pretty hard, but you can scale these up. So you can scale it up from $10. You can do a 5 multiplier, so now you made $50. So pretty. Of course, your account size has to be able to handle that. So, yeah, that's it. Thursday, week's flying by here. February 13th. I'll see you tomorrow, Friday, February 14th. Maybe you can be my Valentine. We can just be really close to each other. Okay, that's it. Appreciate you guys watching. I'll talk to you later.
Thank you for joining us on the Forex Trading Daily Live Show. Get access to all of the free trades with full auto trading at fxwithterry.com. Be sure to subscribe and get notified of the daily live stream. And get ready for your next profitable Forex trade.